Good morning, everyone. I hope that the first assignment went well for you. I know a few of you were emailing me with some issues, and I hope I addressed them and they will get better. And again, know that I miss you, and I wish that I could be in the classroom teaching you instead of doing it this way. But my dog is very happy because she gets to go for more walks. So today we're going to be factoring using grouping, and again, leading that into trig factoring. So just a reminder, when we have a coefficient in the front, we want to do what I call a hop, skip, and a jump. So we're going to say 6 times negative 10 is negative 60, and then the middle term is still 11. So then we want to ask ourselves what multiplies to give us negative 60 that adds to give us 11. So I believe that that is 15 and negative 4. I probably should have worked these out beforehand. And so then we're going to take this 11x and split it into 15x plus negative 4x. So we get 6x squared, we get plus 15x, we get plus 4x, and then we get minus 10. So then we're going to group these. So I'm going to group these two together and then ask what their greatest common factor is. So the greatest common factor is 3x. And so when I factor that out, 3x times 2x gives me 6x squared, and 3x times positive 5 gives me 15x. Then I'm going to group the second group together, and then I can factor out a positive 2, and I'm left with 2x minus 5. And then the question is, how do we know that we did it right? So it looks like I have an issue somewhere here, and I see it. So the parentheses should match. So I noticed that I wrote plus 4 instead of minus 4 here. So we should fix that. So that means that I would be factoring out a negative 2. So this should be minus 4 here. And factoring out a negative 2 would change this to positive 5 because everybody's sign would change. So remember, everybody makes mistakes, and mistakes allow thinking to happen. So now that my parentheses are the same, we can factor out a 2x plus 5. And then if that cancels out, we are left with 3x and minus 2. And then again, we want to double check and see, are the parentheses factorable? And in this case, they are not. So this is our final answer. So again, if you want to try these problems on your own, you can always pause the video, try it on your own, and then play the video to see if it matches. Recognizing if you put the negative 4 here and the positive 15 here, you would get different parentheses, but your final answer should be the same as mine. And remember that the order of these two parentheses does not matter. All right, so how does that look as a trig expression? So it's exactly the same thing. Again, cosine of x instead of regular x. So we're going to do that hop, skip, and a jump, which I didn't leave much room for here, but we'll make it happen. So 7 times 2 is 14, and then negative 9 is that middle term. And so we're going to say what multiplies to give us positive 14 that adds to give us negative 9. So that would be negative 7 and negative 2. So then we're going to take this negative 9 and split it into negative 7 plus negative 2. So we get 7 cosine squared of x. We get minus 7 cosine x. We get minus 2 cosine x. And then we get plus 2. So again, the negative 7 cosine x plus the negative 2 cosine x gives us the negative 9 cosine x. So grouping these together, I can factor out a 7 and I can factor out a cosine of x. And so I would need to multiply that by cosine of x to get 7 cosine squared of x. And then the second one, I would just need to multiply it by negative 1 to get this negative 7 cosine of x here. So then grouping these together, I'm going to factor out a negative as well as a 2. So not only would I divide each one by 2, but I would change their sign. So that gives us positive cosine of x. And then negative 2 times negative 1 gives me positive 2. So then did we do it right? And I would say yes, because the parentheses match. So now I can factor out the parentheses, and I get cosine of x minus 1. And if I cancel that out, we're left with 7 cosine x minus 2. And then double check to see, can I factor the parentheses any further? And I cannot. So this is our final answer. All right, so the expectations today are exactly the same as yesterday. I would ask that you complete the factoring review number 2 worksheet. Again, you can do it as a printout or you can do it on a separate piece of binder paper. Once you finish, check your answers with the key and then take the quiz's exit ticket. And again, you'll have until 9 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm trying to give you about 24 hours to get things done. And again, you'll receive participation points as well as points for questions answered correctly. And as always, I miss you and I love you guys.